What's up? What's up? What's up? Hello, everybody. How y'all doing? Assalamu alaikum to the Muslim. Yo, I'm driving, right? And I'm like, something just popped in my head about an incident that I had. And how dudes be so grimy, man. And I can't blame it, you know what I'm saying, on being lonely, because no matter how lonely you are, man, it doesn't give you the right to go in somebody's mail and violate their, you know what I'm saying, their privacy like that, man. Violate their, you know what I mean? Because in jail, man, mail, things like that, like your property, those things hold so much value, man, to a person, man. So much so that people have lost their lives, man. You know what I'm saying? Behind tampering with the next man's mail, or behind tampering with the next man's property, period. But this one I'm a call when trying to be a good dude goes wrong. You know what I'm saying? And this is the type of things that, once again, you subject yourself to, because it can happen to anybody. You know what I'm saying? Because it's so many examples of how a person can get your information. You know what I'm saying? It's just not, you know what I mean, you going to the mess hall or whatever and they go into your locker and grab your stuff. There's so many other stuff. A lot of times you'll, you know what I mean, get into a beef and go to the box, and dudes are just violate your property. Violate your property. Especially if you ain't, you know what I'm saying, if you ain't in no gang or nothing like that, and it's more evil in the house than good, because no matter what and no matter who, nobody deserves to have their property violated, you know what I'm saying, if they end up getting to a scuffle, you know what I mean, or whatever, man, that, you know what I mean, that ends up sending them to the box. And then people are just, like I said, once again, they'll violate your property, man. Go through your mail, do you dirty, bro. Take your clothes, just do. I've seen people go to the hooscow, right? Go to the pound, and not even 10 minutes later, man, dudes is in their locker breaking it open. You see what I'm saying? Because them locks, they're a joke, man. They're a joke, man. They're a joke, man. Trust me, man. Where there's a will, there's a way. Brothers be getting in them lockers, man. But like I said, man, I remember he was like two bunks over. He ended up going to the box because he getting the Suboxone every week. And anybody knows drugs in jail, Suboxone, K2, things like that, the value that they hold in jail triples, man, the worth, you know what I'm saying, than how much they worth out here in the streets, man. Dudes lose their lives behind drugs in the penitentiary, man. Every day. Like I said, he ended up going to the hooscow because dudes was pressing him. You know what I'm saying? Every day he you know what I'm saying, he had a little chinita, you know what I'm saying? He had a little Suboxone connect, so he was getting it. Spanish dudes, every week, pressing them, you know what I mean? Every day they coming up to him, you know what I mean? And you know, little by little, man, they you know, they want more, man, and then somebody else finds out, and then he wants it, and then, I mean, the pressure gets to where you done created something, man, that you wish you would have never got yourself involved in, man. Now they you know what I mean, they was jumping them. Two Spanish dudes jumping them in the cube, but he in the corner. They jumping him. He rocking out. He rocking for his, because they trying to go in his butt and everything to try to get the chinita. They trying to get the chinita. Well, he rocking. Police was outside doing their rounds and seen them. And press the button and, you know what I mean, end up taking him to the Who Scout. And like I said, man, not even 5-10 minutes later, man, they breaking into his locker, man. They cleaned him out. Took everything, man, cleaned him out. And the funny thing was, he ended up coming back to the house to pack his stuff. Funny thing was, the police ended up bringing him back to the house to pack his stuff. And when he came back, he was like, "Damn, really, man? Y'all gonna let him do me like that?" This time, man, I'm maxing out. I see no evil, I hear no evil, and I speak no evil. No, I just want to go home. I'm sorry, brother, but these are the type of things that you subject yourself to, man, when you dealing with drugs and things like that. At this time of my life, I was trying to do the right thing, man, and just, you know, trying to increase my faith. You know what I'm saying? So that I could use what I learned, man, to help me, man, to keep my ass out here in these streets, man, and be a real man, a father, and things of that nature, man. I had drifted off, man. But I was talking about grind bucket, man. My bunkie that I end up going to the box, and this was early on. This was the only time I had went to the box and I ever got violated out of all the times I went to the box. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it's all praise due to God. I had good bunkies or good people that was around me and made sure I got all my property. This time, however, I wasn't so lucky. You know what I'm saying? I guess the people figured, you know what I mean, the way me and him was rocking, that he wouldn't violate me like that. But he did. He ended up going through my mail and stuff like that, and ended up getting phone numbers, man. And he contacted my aunt. He contacted family members, you know what I'm saying? And trying to holler at them and like, yo, your nephew gave me the number and stuff like that. And I'm just, you know, reaching out, you know, I guess, you know, blah, 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 putting his Mac down or whatever. And, you know, 6 months later or whatever, when after I get out the hole and get my property and all that, and get to, you know, finally get in contact with my family, I end up calling my aunt, and she like, "Oh, you gave such and such, you know, my influence." I'm like, "Auntie, come on now, you know I would never do no stuff like that, man." And that was the first time in jail you learn the hard way. You know what I mean? And then I would learn from there. I would see why that everyone, when they get their mail, the return address and stuff like that, they would always rip that off. Always rip that off. And from that one incident, I would learn, you know, as all the times I went to jail, that every time I got my mail, I would tear off the return address. Speaking of mail, man, if y'all got anybody that's locked up, man, write them, man. A letter goes a long way. Y'all don't even know. A letter goes a long way. You know what I'm saying? A letter takes a person a long way. Y'all don't even know. To sit down and take 5 to 10 minutes to say, you know what, we out here thinking about you, you know, stay positive, stay strong, you know, learn, do what you can, you know, do, stay out of trouble, you know, things like that. Let them know that you love them. A letter goes a long way. I can remember, man, being in a shoe, man, and you know what time the mail would come through all the time. Anybody knows this, man. Anybody knows this, man. Unless you're not human and you ain't got no feeling or nothing, man, you know you wanted mail. Because when the CO would come around and do his round, my heart, you know, your heart would get, you know, anticipate for mail. You know, it would be building up in anxiety for mail. Like, and if you pass your cell, sometimes they'll make a mistake and double back. You hear the keys like, and then he'll look and nope. And then when you walk by, man, your head I can remember sitting in my cell and my head just, and that would be my inspiration, boy, to put my headphones on and get busy, man, work out crazy, man. That would be my inspiration, man. What is going? Like I said, if anybody got somebody that's locked up, man, sit down and write them, man. Let them know, you know what I mean? You thinking about them, man. The weather's getting nice, man. People around this time, man, we stress a lot. That's why it's so much fighting in the summertime in the penitentiary. The weather is nice, man. We want to be with our families and things like that. And I don't want to hear nobody say, well, oh, he made a mistake, he deserved that, man. Nobody deserves jail. It's inhumane. It's inhumane for men to be amongst men. It's inhumane for women to be amongst women like that. It's inhumane for people to be kept away from their children and things like that. It's inhumane. So I don't want to hear that, man. Everybody makes mistakes, but everybody deserves a second chance, no matter what. Everybody, no matter what, man. Salute. I got to take this food in the house, man. Thank y'all for giving me y'all time. Please hit the like and subscribe, the share button. Assalamu alaikum to the Muslims. Peace and love to everybody else, man. Salute.